My name is Eric Holzer, and I am directing a piece called Tape by Jose Rivera. Why I chose Tape? When I read Tape, it gave off a very Twilight Zone, sci-fi dystopian future kind of vibe, and ever since I was a kid, I've always loved those kinds of stories, looking at Fahrenheit 451 in 1984. And I had that similar vibe. We did a lot of comedies around here, and I was just like, you know what? I want to do something a little darker. I want to do something a little bit more the other side of the coin, if you will. And when I read this one, I was like, this fits the bill perfectly for what I wanted to do. It fit that little niche I really enjoy reading and viewing and watching movies about. And I just said, hey, this spoke to me, and let's do it.
How did it feel to be on the other side of the audition table?
Really? Oh God. That one felt really weird. It was, I remember sitting down and just thinking like, okay, like what do I write down? And I remember I talked to Perron Zazade about this during Myth and Motion, which was this show a year ago. And we sat down, we watched auditions, and we're kind of on the other side, and we're like, oh, Perron, can we see your notes? And she was like, no, this is confidential, and it always stuck with me. And I didn't realize really why until like I got to this, and like, you know, you're just writing these audition notes, and you're just being like brutally honest about every single person walking in, and then not only is that, like, you kind of feel weird doing that because it's just this uncensoredness about yourself, but it felt, you start realizing what directors want out of you as an actor, which was the real eye-opener, and seeing like what happens when people walk into a room and how they compose themselves, and if they start apologizing profusely, like how you feel towards that as a director, which then makes it a lot easier to figure out what not to do and what to do as an actor going into an audition. So it felt really cool. It was a really big eye-opener on a lot of levels. Positively surprising. Yeah. I think that with the whole thing, looking back at it, I remember going into the first rehearsal not knowing what I'm going to do, like this, okay, we're going to be doing like some text analysis, and really just kind of having a block of like, this is text analysis, we're going to do text analysis, but not really knowing where I'm going to be taking it. And I think a lot of the pleasant surprises that have been coming out is that like right from that moment about a week or two ago to this moment right now, is that now I have a fully blocked show and everything's becoming really, really fluid, and everyone's really got into their bones, and actors are off book. And I remember going 2 weeks ago going like, I don't even know if I should do text analysis for 1 or 2 days. And I think the pleasant surprises have been how far we've come in this amount of time, and how much work the actors have put in. And even though it's not saying that I didn't expect them to in the first place, but I'm just very, very happy I got the actors that I had, and how much work they've been putting into it, because they've been coming in with very detailed character analysis, very detailed characters, and it's made this whole process so much easier, and it makes the collaboration that I was scared about in the beginning so much easier and more relaxed. And I think those two things have been the most pleasant surprises that I've encountered so far. Why should people come and see the Director's Project? Because it's going to be a very fantastic night of a wide variety of pieces that will make you laugh, make you cry, and just to really see these big first shows of these directors and this showcase of how it's done, and really just start looking at it as a showcase piece where you can see it and really start to understand how much it takes to put into directing, and see all these different styles of directing. Because if you go into a show, you're only seeing one director. Like, this is directed by so-and-so, it's directed by Steven Spielberg, and you're just going to see Steven Spielberg directing it. But this is one of the few times that you actually get to see several different directors in one night and one thing. And it's not going to cost you as much as like a films festival. It's like an hour time, and you can see all these different, how one director makes an approach to this, as another director makes an approach to that, and really start asking the questions of like, oh, this is how much an influence a director has, and how much an influence the pieces have to a directing style. And on top of it all, from every single thing, it's fun. Every single piece, like be it this tape, which being really dark and sad, it's still fun. It's still fun to watch. It's still exciting to watch. And at the end of the day, that should make you go see anything. Definitely come see the show. Come see the show. Come audition for shows here. We have Putnam Spelling coming out. If you're interested in theater, and all the myriad of aspects that I can apply to engineering and science and all these other majors, you can definitely sign up for a theater course. We have them on Rutgers, New York, and NJIT. If you like improv and improvisation, come to Improv Technicians, which is Wednesdays, 4 o'clock, and like 3:10. And, you know, just really start just getting into theater, and this is a great starting point to get into it. Yeah. Cool.